I do want to say that I think ultimately, especially within like characters and setups and payoffs, I think that ultimately Lola Bunny is pretty gross in this movie.
So in terms of just like how
I
people,
just want to put that out there.
how the characters sexualize Lola.
because like when I'm talking about like, oh, I only remember certain scenes and I assume that there's some sort of connective tissue, like if somebody had asked me, I would have said that like Lola Bunny was in most scenes of this movie. And like Lola Bunny is in 3 scenes of this movie, and she exists to twice be very, very intensely sexualized, and then to have Bugs save her, and they kiss.
Well, hold on. There's also, she plays one-on-one with Bugs and beats him because Bugs called her doll. And then later, when one of the Monstars calls her doll, she also beats him in one-on-one.
Again, and she is intensely sexualized the whole time. She's like blowing her like hair.
True.
You know, it's like there are like literal like shots of her body in this movie. And like I have had my animated crushes in my childhood, and like it's okay to like create a character that can be appealing, that could potentially be appealing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe are kids allowed to, feel sexually activated by cartoons?
Dude, I thought Lola was so hot when I was a kid. That's the reason why I forgive this movie, because as a child, I looked at it and I was like, okay, this movie is sexualizing this character, but I'm liking it. Like,
right. But I also think that like,
but
she only exists as that.
Yeah, no.
And it's so weird. Like, it's because I can understand, I can understand that like kids would have that reaction, and you can organically create characters that kind of like can elicit that reaction, but like to have it be like this girl is here to make the little boys horny or make the dads horny, which is also kind of creepy in its own way.
I don't think it's there to make us horny, but the Looney Tunes aren't.
Why is she drawn and shot the way?
Because the Looney Tunes are inherently horny. Like, they're always like slamming on tables and going like, oh, like whenever like female characters show up. That's like. But I do.
I'm just saying it's a little gross.
No,
and her doing the wooga wooga is I giggled at that. Like,
yes.
But
yes.
But so when she is just naturally being loony, great, I'm in.
Yeah.
But that it's just like, I am here to be sexualized, and then have like a guy acknowledge that I'm sexy, and then I'm gonna like belittle him while being very sexy.
Yeah.
And it's weird. That's the only, she has no other job.
It's a fair
at all.
It's a fair argument. Yeah, it's a fair argument.
It's a little creepy.
I mean,
I'm just saying it.
In my history of like animated character crushes, like when I was a kid, like I thought Nala was hot from Lion King. I thought Roxanne was hot from a Goofy movie. Like there's this weird thing where it's like
oh wow, I remember that character from a Goofy movie.
She was hot. Roxanne was hot. And I guess I sort of, when I look at Lola Bunny now, it's like I'm an adult. I'm not looking at her the same way, even though the movie is. But in my mind, it's because, well, that's for the kids. And that also just plays to the fact that the Looney Tunes are really horny characters who never have females around.